hours a week.
And don't they have like really long lunches?
And Emily in Paris.
Yeah, they're just at lunch all day.
Does
That
a little
girl,
work for
she
an
just
hour.
wears adorable outfits, eats amazing food, and like doesn't work.
And doesn't gain weight.
And I can tell you how
Yeah.
unrealistic
Doesn't
that
gain
is.
weight.
Because I had a vacation in Paris a year ago, and so we went to all the locations where they film Emily in Paris, and her favorite restaurant, we went in there. There's no way she could afford to eat in there. Like, that drained us dry. That thing was
Gabrielle's
so expensive.
restaurant's real? That's a real restaurant? Gabrielle's restaurant?
Is that what it's called? Yeah. We did the tour. We did the touristy thing.
The
and
little
we,
red...
Yes.
Looks
We
like
went
it's
into
red.
that one, yeah.
How
The
cute.
food was good.
That could be
but it was
100
really
of them, though.
expensive.
That's true.
No. It's
The red ones.
near
are
that
just
building.
saying-
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, it was red. It had a red awning.
I'm just saying, they all have red awning.
I mean, everybody in Europe, from my experience, even like in London, in the Netherlands, where else?
Now we're on
Was
the
it
clock,
in
by the way.
Italy,
All right.
Italy. They really do have like very lackadaisical rules when it comes to lunches, or that's why it would drive us crazy with our high, fast pace. Like, let's get it going. Have you heard on Galveston is Island Time?
Yes.
If you're trying to like, do something in Galveston, you're like, oh my God, it's Island Time. Well, it's just time.
In
Yeah.
Spain,
In
they didn't come back from lunch till 3 p.m.
Right. Everything is very, very just relaxed. Like, relax. Yo, when I lost my luggage in Athens and I was like, oh my God, we're leaving for Santorini tomorrow. I've got to find some, the guy was like, listen, this is what you're going to do. You are in Greece. You are going to leave the airport. You are going to enjoy your beach vacation. And when you finish, you will make the airline pay for the clothes you bought. Go enjoy your vacation. It was like not a big deal to him at all.
It's a different
It was
world
just
than what we're used to.
I know. That's why you freak out.
My
I would've loved that.
caftan.
I know. I was like, no.
Oh,
So this is weird. According to the U.S. Census, the average American only works 34.1 hours a week.
That's bull crap. Talk to the people who have like 3 jobs. That's maybe one job.
because they count part time, so many people have to work 3 part-time jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have 3 part-time jobs.
Speaking of other countries, my little brother's in Spain right now with
yeah?
his college soccer team,
Oh, cool.
Nice.
which is really cool. And he texts me and goes, sis, can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah. So my mom's in town for Santiago's birthday and to spend time with us. My mom and I were out at the outlets yesterday shopping. And he's like, but you can't tell mom. And I'm like, okay.
I'm right next to her.
Yeah. I'm like, oh,
You're like,
okay.
Right next to her. I told her you just texted
He's
me.
in Spain, doesn't speak Spanish, dislocates his shoulder.
Oh, no.
While he's out and about, like hiking and like
he wasn't
doing
even
all
playing
this
soccer.
stuff. No, he wasn't even playing soccer. He was just like going
Having
out,
fun.
having fun with his like bros, and he dislocates his shoulder. So then one of luckily the soccer kids, there's 2 of them that are becoming physical therapists. We're able to pop it back in the face.
Oh, God.
And then he had to like go get meds. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I probably got like oxy. I'm like, bro, they're not giving you oxy in Spain. Like, I don't think
Oh,
that's
yes,
just like.
they might.
Well,
I
don't know.
don't
I
think he
they're
got
a little more-
anything
They're
like
a little
that.
more lax with their...
Wait, hold on. But Oxy, I think globally that was banned. They can give
I
you
don't
other
think-
stuff, but I think that was globally
so
banned,
he's
wasn't
like,
it?
don't tell
No.
mom. I'm like, and then he's like FaceTiming me. I'm like, how the hell am I not going to tell my mom when she's right beside me?
I know, and obviously
Like,
you're talking about it right now, so obviously you told her.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
No,
then,
Oxy is not banned.
is it?
Did you
Well,
Google it?
It's not
I don't
globally
think-
banned. I was
I don't
on
think
it
he
like a
got
year
it.
ago when
I
I
think
had
he
the
was just
ulcer.
yeah,
being
when you
like
had-
dramatic because
at
he was
Kevin's
in
wedding?
discomfort. Yeah.
Right
went
about a
down
bunch
there
of
for-
Oxy in
I
It's
mean-
Mexico.
not on. No, I was not.
Mexico
That disappeared for a few hours.
is a little different than Spain, I think.
That's what I'm
maybe
saying.
with
I don't
their pharmacies.
Yeah, maybe the pharmacies are
I don't know.
different.
I've never been to Spain, but I thought that was hilarious that he's like, I popped down my shoulder, dislocated.
Well, tell him to get something else than
Don't know.
Oxy if that's his choice, because we all learned from
Yeah.
all these shows. That's the worst
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
is heroin.
Killer, all these
I think
movies.
I think he's fine. I don't know. He was FaceTiming me.
Is he
going
gonna
to
play soccer?
Yeah, can he play?
I
Is
mean,
he going to tell his coach?
so I tell
think he'd have
Mark.
to.
So Connor sends me a picture, and you can see that his like shoulders like all like kind of sunken in. And so I send it to Mark, and then because Mark is an athletic trainer, so knows like medical, how to like pop things back in and all that stuff. He's like, oh, he's fine. He's like, in soccer, you don't even use your shoulder. Like he's
Right.
fine.
Although you bump into
But when
somebody.
you're like
do a
running,
Barry run.
but can you imagine running and your shoulder like
Barry
being
Goldberg.
discomfort? But yeah, so I thought that was very comical that this is happening to
How
him
long
right
is he
now.
going to be there for?
He just got there this past weekend, so like it's just the beginning of his
They're gonna
trip.
get
He's
their-
there for a week.
Oh, for a week.
They
Okay.
get their
yeah.
butt kicked. American soccer.
Oh, I'm sure.
American
I'm sure they're
guys
gonna get
going over there?
destroyed.
Well, I don't know. Some of the
It's gonna be
college
fun, though. I'm
kids, they
excited.
end up playing for the European leagues.
But Connor's
what I mean?
Yeah, but-
D3. Like
I don't know those categories.
Like
it's
UH is D1.
they're like
Okay.
yeah,
Someone to
D1's like
D3, Naperville.
yeah.
North
D1's like
College.
big. That's like what you're gonna see on.
So if you're a D1
Scholarships.
soccer player, you'll probably play in a European league.
You could
get
probably.
drafted by the
Well,
European league.
Maybe
If you're
one
that
of
good.
them.
I had a kid that went to St. Thomas when it was my brother's age, and he played soccer in Europe for like 10 years after he graduated.
Yeah.
Very,
That's like rare.
Played soccer here in America. They can play.
So
We're
you're
getting
saying it's
better.
not as hard
We're
here.
getting better. Yeah.
Right, but it's definitely not like Spain.
Yeah, I mean, their whole life they've been doing it. We're catching up.
Right.
Well, some of these
but
kids,
I'll keep you
think
updated.
about it.
See
You're a
how he's
soccer
doing.
mom for a reason. Your kid's been playing soccer since they were like 3 or 4. You could totally be a kid that really honed your craft. Just because America doesn't recognize it the way we do football and baseball doesn't mean a European league wouldn't want to pick up as a minor guy.
That's true.
Now, I bet there's a lot of people we don't realize is playing.
Did you watch that? You're the one that told me to watch it, and I did. I watched the Beckham documentary.
Yeah.
And it's like when they got here, they're like, this isn't football. they're like, this isn't even close to being on our level.
It's totally different.
It's completely different.
But that was when he first came here. That was, 15, 18 years ago?
Yeah, something
Now
like
we're
that.
different.
They're catching up.
Oh, by the way, I
better.
looked that up for you. Yeah, there's an opioid epidemic in Spain right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Isn't that
they're out
over?
of control.
Don't we just assume everybody has it?
Right.
The whole world has it.
It's a
because
sad
if you
state
get,
of affairs.
If you get caught up in it because it was prescribed to you, and then you end up getting addicted to it because they didn't know, or maybe they were told different, as the Sackler family has been shown to tell all these people.
They come across as quite
Y'all
evil.
go ahead and take this. You only eat one every 12 hours. And then you're like, oh, God, it's heroin. Let me have it every 3 hours.
Oh, it's worse than heroin.
By the way, one of our texters reminds us it's going to spring forward this weekend, kids.
It is?
Saturday night into Sunday, we go forward 1 hour.
Oh,
So we're going to lose an hour.
Great.
I don't like that.
See, free. We're working for free all day. Now we're losing an hour. What is going
Yeah, you
on?
go to bed, you think you're getting a full 8 hours, and the alarm goes off, and you're like, oh, I only got 7.
Sucks for parents.
Did somebody
all
say
the
you
time.
barely run in soccer? Somebody heard that. We didn't say you barely run in soccer. They said
No.
barely run in soccer.
That's all you do.
Average coverage during a game is over 10K. We didn't say
Nobody-
barely
Sam was
run.
saying barely use your shoulders.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
barely use your shoulders. Yeah, you're not like
I
shoulder
mean, you use your
checking people.
shoulder when you're running, but
But I mean, if you can
What
pop
if the
it back
ball
in,
hits you right there?
the odds of it hitting you in the shoulder, you can normally like use your body. You can use this other shoulder.
Your
you
head?
can use your chest. You can use, there's so many other body parts.
Well, you do. I mean,
So
it's a
many
whole
body
body
parts.
sport. It is for sure a whole body
Yeah.
sport. Things that
But
get,
it's not like baseball where you're swinging. It's not basketball where you're shooting. It's
That
not
motion
hockey.
for
It's
that
not that
shoulder.
motion. Like he could like just kind of keep
Or
his arm
rugby.
down. Yeah, he'll be fine.
But hearing that story,
There's some dirt on it,
it
kid.
takes me back to those Lethal Weapon movies with Mel Gibson, where he
What?
had to slam his shoulder into a wall to pop his shoulder back into the socket. And I'm like, oh, God, that looks so painful.
that was like a must-have.
that's not medical school.
I don't.
That's not how
action
they
movie
change
in
it in
the
medical
80s.
school.
They're like, your shoulder's out of it. And you have to slam his shoulder into a wall.
And they're
It's
bad pain, and then they're fine 2 seconds later.
Yeah.
I know. I stubbed my
I'm sure
toe
he's
and
fine.
my day is ruined. And these guys can get knifed in the stomach, pop their shoulder back into place, maybe a bullet in the back, and they're still good.
Well, it can take me down for at least 4 minutes, biting my tongue or my lip while I eat.
How about the inside of your
I'm
cheek,
just like,
Rolla?
I did that 2 weeks ago on the air, didn't I? I bit my tongue while I was talking.
Because you're going to do it again and
It is
again.
the worst. Have you ever bitten your tongue so hard it bled?
Oh, yeah.
How the hell do we do this, guys? It's like stupid things that we don't understand how it happens. You're just chewing normal, and then boom. Like Eric was drinking water, it went down the side of his face.
Yes, forgot how to drink.
Or you choke.
Yes.
All of a sudden, it
Yeah.
just doesn't swallow right.
Your whole
Can't
life.
breathe.
It's
You
ridiculous.
got to deep mouth that bottle.
Yeah.
You know how
Do the
other
Ryan
people
move.
do. Yeah, yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah,
See
there
what
you go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
Refreshing.
That's disturbing.
When it hits the back of my
Jennifer
throat.
Lopez is
I'm
coming to
already
town.
excited.
We are going to tell you how to score tickets and a really unique way to see Barbie. I will explain about this Academy nominee.
What, at home?
Here's your no, not at home. Oh, okay, thanks, Ryan. If that was my story, that's crap move.
Broadway.
It's streaming.
That'd be the worst story.
Find it on Amazon. That would be a dumb story. By the way, it is streaming. Not yet. It is streaming. Yes. Here's your weather for today.
It's going to be a gorgeous
Is it going
day.
to be hot?
Yeah.
Is it
Is
going
it
to be
gorgeous?
muggy?
It's gonna be
Is it going to be
gorgeous.
sunny?
It's
Will there be
gonna be
clouds?
high.
Will it also drizzle?
High of 86 today.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's going to be warm. Right now, it's about 69 degrees and 6:08 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm pleased to introduce
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop.
on KRBE.
You know, we're always bringing you the experiences. We've got Jennifer Lopez tickets to give away this morning at 8 o'clock. So if you're looking to go to her show August 31st at Toyota Center, that is when you want to be listening to win those free tickets because they go until Friday, February. Wait, that can't be right.
I know.
March 23rd. This is a typo.
Okay.
Typo.
It says February 23rd, but that's a typo. It's March 23rd.
It's okay.
I almost just
Thank
read.
you.
I go, that's not right.
No, Roula, I don't think that's accurate because 23rd is Saturday.
Okay, so then why would they? What's the typo about?
I don't know.
Okay, can you Google that
Yeah.
real quick?
Hold
Because
on,
something's
Burgundy.
not right here.
I just didn't read it.
23rd.
That's why when I did traffic
weird.
reports, if I couldn't say the street, you just
Maybe
don't
March
read it.
22nd, I'll guess.
All those guys listening to 610 Sports.
Sorry,
and
guys.
Sand
Yeah.
Traffic.
My bad.
Everybody.
So how's Barbie going on tour? You know, Barbie's up for Oscars. Barbie was up for Golden Globes. Barbie was even up for Grammys with the soundtrack for Barbie. And Barbie tour is coming to Houston at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion August the 2nd. It is the movie playing with the orchestra alongside it. Did you find the date, Ryan, for
They're
Jennifer
already
Lopez on sale?
It says they're on sale. I'm right now buying.
Oh, that
two.
means that that's not a typo.
It's not a typo, but I
That means
don't
February
think it's-
2031 on sale?
I don't think that's
Probably.
a selling point. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, did they need to put
They've
that
been on
in
sale.
there?
Right, that shouldn't be even in the conversation since the date
Somebody
has
just
passed.
put that in the
Yeah.
system and just copied and
Copy
pasted.
pasted it.
Yep.
About a month ago.
Yeah.
We'll just skip. I'll cross
Sorry.
that out so none of the other DJs read that. Be like,
Well, they're going to print it out.
Yeah, they're going to print out their own copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get in the computer. You got to fix
Yeah.
it.
I
You got to go
can't-
the extra mile.
That's
I
up to
can't
them.
fix it into the.
Oh,
I
fine.
can't fix the computer.
Fend for yourself.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll just Sharpie it, and I'll remember to leave it here, like for you, Sam. And if you
But
want
nobody
to,
looks at paper.
I know.
nobody knows that,
Yeah, because we all have.
Just us, you and me.
right?
I haven't used paper in years.
So Jennifer Lopez
Because you
will be
can't
here.
blow it up.
I can't.
You can't make the font.
Right.
I'm like a baby when they
Maximize.
try. Have you ever seen a baby take his fingers like an iPad and try and blow up the
I've
words
seen
on a
adults
book?
take like a photo album. Like my in-laws, they'd see photos and then they'd try and
Use your finger,
Maximize
your
it.
finger, and your
and, like-
thumb to try and make a picture bigger.
because we're all so used to doing that.
Yeah.
Well, back to the Barbie movie. It is Barbie the movie in concert. It hits the road this summer. It's featuring a live orchestra performing alongside the screening of the film. And it is going to go on 37 stops.
Wow.
It's a
Milking.
37 city tour.
Why not?
Kicks off July 2nd in Tampa. It stops here in Houston August the 2nd. We'll have tickets for that coming up as well.
Have you ever seen a movie with the orchestra? Like I know the Star Wars
Star Wars
franchise
does that.
did it.
Harry Potter has done that.
Yeah.
Who else has done that?
But can you watch the movie and actually hear the dialogue, or are they too loud with the?
That's a good point.
Oh, that's true.
What
I
they
think
say?
you-
What
I
they
think
say?
you're
All I
supposed
hear
to
is a
be-
tuba.
No, I think it's supposed to be evened out like that.
Trying to tell the tuba guy to shh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Don't
you
blow
can't
as loud.
turn their level down, right?
Well, that's the
You know what I
sound
mean? Like-
engineer's job. He's got to like
Still,
mix
it's a
it.
tuba.
Yeah, but you
You're in the
can't.
second row. You're going to hear a tuba.
There's my sound
You
effect.
made it sound like a circus tuba.
Yeah. You know, at the Oscars, there's not one but two best songs for Barbie. And we already talked about this, but Ryan Gosling will be doing I'm Just Ken, which is unnecessary. And What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish. If Billie Eilish wins that, it's 2 in a row she wins.
I'd rather hear Ken.
Well, you're going to hear both if you
more
watch
upbeat
it.
and
Yeah.
goofy.
It's very long. That was a long part of Barbie. I was like, okay.
Oh, when
I'm
they
just
had the
Ken.
Ken
Can we
take
fast forward
over?
the song a little
There's a
bit?
ba-
I
battle?
wasn't. Yeah, I mean, he is so attractive, so I didn't mind that
Yeah, I wasn't mad
visually.
about
But the song, I was like,
I know. I was like, this is really. It maybe feels like a minute and a half. I think I'd be less bothered. But I was like, wow, I really noticed how long that part of the movie was.
And do you know?
I'm just Ken
off
part.
topic. Did he bleach his hair, or is that a wig?
I think it's a wig.
I thought he bleached his hair.
I don't know
Because-
because that is blonde.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be shocking.
want a
I mean, look
wig.
at how many
Do you
different.
think it's a wig? Maybe we can research that. Sorry,
Because why? You think it's because it's too thick?
I'm just saying, does he want that bleached for 4 months?
I don't know because
That's
Margot
Hollywood.
Robbie, her hair is naturally blonde. I'm sure she put a wig on, and hers looks pretty natural. But I
I
thought
don't think her hair is that naturally blonde.
no, but I thought Ken's looked really natural for how bleach blonde
Yeah,
it
it
was. but
says
the
Ryan
upkeep
Gosling
on
says
it,
he didn't understand Ken until he had to bleach his hair
Oh,
and
he
shave
did
his
have-
legs. So he
Yeah.
did bleach his hair.
To shave his
Oh
legs.
man,
He's got some really good hair.
Yeah.
yeah.
Isn't he like
But that's
close to 50?
Yeah,
How old
he's
is
probably
Ryan
he's
Gosling?
43. He's 43.
Oh,
42 or
43.
something.
Wow.
Do you know
wears
that
that
he's
well.
from Canada?
Yes, we have all the Canadians.
Is he still with Ava Mendez?
Yes, they are.
Yep.
They have
Yes,
two
he
kids.
is.
And they keep quiet, and that's why they're still together.
They did that
keep
movie
quiet.
together, Place Behind the Pines. It's the worst movie. One of the
That's where
worst
they
movies.
met. That's where their love
Eric,
That'd be
blossomed.
their
What was
favorite
that movie that you and I universally say is the suckiest movie of all time? The Counselor? Was that what it was called? Or The Commissioner? I can't remember.
Yeah, what was that one?
The Counselor,
Brad
I
Pitt.
thought y'all
It was The
said.
Counselor. It was
Yeah.
the worst movie I've ever seen. Place Behind the Pines is the second worst movie I've ever seen.
I've
It's
never even
so-
heard of this.
Oh,
It was Chris
God, it's
Pine.
horrible.
Was it Chris Pine
said
and
The
Ryan
Place Behind the- what
Gosling,
is it?
Ava Mendes?
Place
I don't even know
Behind
what's
the
wrong.
Pines.
Put
Oh,
Napoleon
no.
in the top 5.
Oh,
That
God,
Napoleon
what a
movie.
You only
stinker.
gave it an hour?
I'm just like, couldn't they hire like a French guy?
Like Napoleon Dynamite?
No,
Yeah, that's what I thought yesterday. He said Napoleon. I thought it was like some sequel.
The chickens have large talons.
It's about actual Napoleon Bonaparte.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
It would have been better with him.
Vote for Pedro.
At least
What
he
do you
throws
think?
an accent. I mean, he didn't. Joaquin just He was the Joker just talking.
Oh, really?
I'm like,
on Netflix or Amazon?
I think it's
either
on
Amazon
I
or-
think it's on Amazon.
I can't remember which one. I think
I
Amazon.
can't even Google
But-
it right now.
Sam, I'm going to have you
situation
Google
like
something
that.
else.
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Unplanned.
He didn't even try. At least we could make fun of Kevin Costner, but at least he tried an accent.
He tried an accent.
really? I'll have to watch
so he
it
didn't
and
even
see.
try. He just spoke
I
normal.
just talked. I'm like,
No French accent.
nobody had French accents. I'm like, this is supposed to be. If I was in France and I watched this, I'd be, what the hell is this?
Wouldn't it be better if he did
Well,
it
they
in
wouldn't
Napoleon
like it.
Dynamite voice?
You're right.
Oh, my God. Okay, switching gears real quick. I'm going to have you Google this. Chris Stapleton, JT. Just put Chris Stapleton, Justin, Tennessee Whiskey on Google. And
Yes.
it comes up. In 2015, Chris Stapleton, which you know so well as a rodeo performer, performed Tennessee Whiskey on stage with Justin Timberlake at the CMAs. And everyone went crazy ever since
A
then.
week before that, he was at Moe's in Katy.
Yeah, you go anywhere
crazy.
where there's like a live person singing anything country, they will sing. I was at a party on Saturday night and the lady just busted out in Tennessee Whiskey because it's just a song people like. So there's a story about how George Strait passed on that song in 1981. George Strait was given, that's his songwriter wrote that song.
Oh, wow.
And George
passed
Strait's
on it?
like, no. Then somebody else recorded it. It went to like number 71 in the charts. That's where it peaked. Then another guy recorded it.
A lot of people
It was
recorded it.
George Jones recorded it. He's a country legend. In 1983, it went to number 2. But from 1983 to 2015, when Chris Stapleton brought it back to the CMA stage, it had laid dormant the whole time.
Whoa.
From 1983 to 2015, that song just sat there.
Wow.
And Chris Stapleton did this on the CMAs and turned everybody
no-name
upside
people.
down. Here's a little clip. Let's have some.
Get up there.
And also, remember in 2015, that was such a surprise that JT showed up to the CMAs. So I remember doing the scoop the next morning thinking, oh my gosh, Justin Timberlake was at the CMAs last night, and I had never heard of Chris Stapleton.
Nobody
We played
did
a clip
until-
of this before.
I mean, the majority didn't.
Yeah, and that's what put him on the map. It's pretty cool.
Remember he toured with the Eagles for a while. Do you remember that?
I just don't like
Chris Stapleton or
Tennessee-
JT?
Chris Stapleton.
I was like, JT toward
You
Tennessee
just don't
whiskey.
like it because you don't like the whiskey, huh?
Yeah, Tennessee whiskey sucks.
Oh
Oh my
my God,
God,
Eric, you
Eric,
take it
you're
too
being a
literal.
Snob.
The song's good.
Oh my
but the,
gosh.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
We're moving
It tastes
on.
like dirt.
Yeah.
We're moving on.
Tennessee
like
dirt. Yeah, it must be
dirt.
called Tennessee dirt.
Dirt that's been lit on fire.
You told me I love you like Tennessee whiskey. I'm like, what? Why are you hating?
Oh, dang.
We are moving
Divorce?
on to the next. We want people to call us at 713-390-KRBE and you answer the question, what current trend is escalating beyond control?
A listener had one last week near their house. They're opening up a pickleball court with a bunch of them, and that sound is so annoying. It's not like tennis where it's just
Because it's basically a wiffle ball getting hit by
you got like
rackets.
6 courts with that noise going on right next to your house.
And there was a story
Oh.
last year, a guy was suing somebody like his HOA because there was too much noise of the pickleball that was
It's
getting
loud.
played outside of his place and it was driving him crazy. So that is very much a trend. Pickleball.
That's escalating.
What
Big
is something that is just getting out of control? 713-390-KRBE. We have a whole list, but you let us know what grinds your gears when you hear like, oh, pickleball, I don't understand it. I just want a sandwich when I hear about it. I
What's
just want to eat a
pickle about it?
sandwich. Pickles. I'll talk about it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
It's KRBE with more of the Roula and Ryan Show.
Trends that you're just over it.
What current trend or behavior is escalating beyond control? Before we get into this list, I want to wish Hudson a very happy 11th birthday. He's on the way to school now.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday! Yes, thank you. Happy birthday, Hudson. Your family loves you, and they are
Like your
raising you
name,
right
Hudson.
by listening to the Roula and Ryan Show. That's right. We talk about pickleball. 713-390-KRBE. You can line it up if something that's just kind of grinding your gears, like, oh, God, if I have to hear about this one more time or I have to see this story one more time. Now, we talk about the pickleball noise. Gets a lot of complaints. Sam found a video that says soothing sounds of pickleball.
Oh, let's see. This is.
It is not in
soothing?
quotes. It's not in quotes.
It's 26 minutes worth of audio, just
Of
like
this
this.
pickleball audio.
And that's low. Like. There.
Oh, I get tired of
Imagine hearing that right next to your bed. You're trying to sleep. You work third shift.
Yeah.
So pickleball.
You want me to
The
just
other
keep it
thing-
on the whole time?
I went to
keep
I
playing.
know, right?
See if you guys
Pickleball
can
looks
talk
fun.
over it.
I want to play pickleball as like all of us. I'd love to.
It looks
Does anyone know?
fun.
Is there like a building or a place
Pickleball center.
Yeah, center.
Well, that's not
Oh, that's
soothing.
them winning.
I guess-
Racquetball, there's
In your face.
racquetball, there's all this stuff. Handball, you
We
go to
didn't
the
preview
gym.
this. In your face, MF.
Yeah. Our gym's
They
building
have a lot of time,
pickleball
guys.
courts. Like, doesn't Lifetime Fitness have like a whole wing of like all these different rooms, with like
Well, by
handball
my house,
and all this stuff?
They took their basketball court, half of it, and they made it into
Pickleball.
But it's not like that.
Oh, really?
It's not the right kind of
Floor.
I don't think.
It's like I think it's supposed to be a specialty.
I feel like it's got to
mat.
be like a tennis court type feel.
Oh, is that what it is?
I thought it was. I thought it
Or
was.
is it more like a ceramic?
I mean,
I
the
don't
ones
know.
I see are out there are just like
We're
tennis
gonna have
court
to,
looking.
deep dive. But
That
it's a
kinda-
type of material, not mat. I think mat was the wrong word. I'm just thinking it's not hard like a basketball court. You know what I mean?
It's not wood.
Yeah, because it's not slick like that. I didn't think.
I don't know. The first time I ever saw anybody play pickleball, it was in the street, like the cul-de-sac of a neighborhood.
Yeah, during
We got
COVID,
invited
I
to a
heard some
party.
people.
Okay.
They put
And
in
they
their
were just
garage.
playing there.
They say a pickleball court is similar in surface to a tennis court.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what, rubber?
Other
Is that
things
rubber?
that are a trend
made
that's
from
getting beyond
concrete.
control.
Oh.
Everything
Asphalt.
becoming a subscription base.
Interesting, okay.
Everything is sign up for this subscription and you'll get this discount, or sign up for this and you'll get this. The subscription based thing is getting out of control in people's
I'm
eyes.
waiting
Check it
for
out.
the day where it can just buy a universal pass and it gives you a pass to every streaming service. All of it.
How about this? One person wrote, false eyelashes. Where is the limit? So true. It's
big are they
so
gonna get in
true.
20
Where
years?
is the limit?
Like when they grow out so long, they look like daddy long legs.
They're not growing. They're just fakies.
I mean, you know what I mean.
Women
I
are
mean, when
putting
you glue
on,
them on.
like the most dramatic, insane looking eyelashes just to be, working their regular everyday job. And
Look at
it's
their
like shocking when
two
you see them. You're like,
long.
wow.
They take off their sunglasses. You're like, oh.
Yes, I would like anyone to go to any CVS or Walgreens type of place and just look at the cosmetic section. There's a whole wall of false eyelashes. And there are some that are supposed to be like natural, and there are some that are for a purpose very dramatic. Very dramatic, like black feathers coming out of your eyelids. And people are taking the black feather ones and using them for their everyday lives.
Eric, have you ever seen that?
Where is the limit?
Walgreens, it looks like almost like a tackle shop. Like it's like
Yeah, all
it's
those
bait.
Those guys that do fly fishing, like
Yeah,
Brad Pitt in
that's
that
what it
movie,
looks
Rula
like.
talks about.
Yeah. No, that's River Runs Through It. I was talking about
Legend of the Fall or something.
Legends of the Fall, yeah.
Brad
I get them
Pitt.
mixed up. They
I
both
know
look
they're both
boring to
Brad
me.
Pitt movies. Victoria's up
boring.
at 713-390-KRBE. What
me.
is a trend or a behavior, Victoria, that you just think is escalating beyond control?
So there's a new fashion trend that came out, barrel jeans.
Oh,
And
geez,
it
let's look at
drives
these.
me nuts.
It's
Yes.
like 1999 once their Jinko jeans back.
They look like parentheses.
They do. That's a perfect way to explain them.
Parentheses.
Parentheses around your leg.
Oh, God,
yes,
yeah, those
I
are
see that.
horrible.
I don't know why
That's
they're saying
definitely something that I feel like Britney Spears wore in some kind of a video in 1999 with her torso showing. These pants, because it's for guys and girls on Google. If you Google them,
Oh,
barrel
guys wear
pants.
these too?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
there's
see that. I
There's
just
video
seen
of
all
guys,
the girls.
men's loose-fitting cargo pocket jeans
Yeah, we're
on
on the
Shine.
same
I'd be so
page.
embarrassed if I saw a guy wearing those.
Yeah.
And then the girl pants, definitely.
Well,
yes, you're
if
right.
you're-
They do look like parentheses.
If you're a
Oh,
guy
they're
and
more
you're
like
wearing those, you can't be over
culottes.
the age of like 22.
I feel like
Culottes are
something my
kinda
little
short.
brother would wear.
Pedal pushers?
No, culottes are like those little capris, but real loosey-goosey, right? That's what culottes are?
I didn't realize these came, above the ankle. I thought they were the ones that went all the way down to the ground that looked like, almost bell bottoms,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Yeah,
but
look,
more
these
of
are
a-
from
see the
Forever
shoe really
21.
good. Look,
This is
look
a
at
great
it.
picture of Forever 21's parentheses pants.
Mm-hmm.
They look like parentheses. Victoria's right. They look like the parentheses
Yep.
Yes.
of your text
Okay.
screen
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah,
trying to type
definitely.
something.
Looks like a cowboy that's bow-legged.
Yes.
100%.
Like,
Yeah. Forever 21 sells them for $34.99, and they call them
That's what I was
high-rise
telling my
baggy barrel
coworker.
jeans.
If you're bow-legged, you don't have to worry about it. If you wear those, nobody will be able to tell.
That's
I
funny.
can't tell.
That is so
What about-
funny.
It seems like we're
What about
friends
everywhere
with
where
Jesus
you
look
perks
bad.
with apps? Like everywhere you go, like, hey, Wendy's has this new bacon, quadruple bacon burger.
But you only get it.
You have to
Only
use the-
app.
for $1. You have to use the app. You got to download the app. You got to
Got
download
one
the app.
more.
That means email address and password.
Yeah.
Yep, one more person getting my information.
Like I used to remember, we used to download apps. We used to what's the apps? Remember
Oh,
that
what's
bit?
your favorite app you're using right now?
We did that for years. Now nobody really gets apps like we used to.
No.
I mean, I feel like you get
Well,
apps
it
for
was
things
new
that you
then.
want to use. Like I'll have apps
But every week
for
there was that fish game,
fish game.
Splashy Fish or whatever it was.
Oh, you're right.
What was that
Like
thing
it
called?
was like
Started with Angry Birds.
no, what was the one with the sewer that Mumbles had cracked?
Yeah.
and
That
there
was
were
Angry
no-
Birds.
That was
Oh,
Angry
no,
Birds?
that was a
that
fish
was
or something.
No.
It went through
What
it.
was the one where
That was something. I
Mumbles
remember
removed
what
the
you're saying,
pipes?
Eric. Yeah.
Flappy Birds.
Floppy
Yeah, but
Bird?
floppy.
Flappy.
But you know what I mean? It was always like something was big with apps.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
Yeah.
These restaurants, everyone wants you to get their app to get their deal.
That's true.
I mean, if you're going to get an app, just get the KRB app if you're going to get an app.
You get a lot with that.
Abigail's on one.
Okay, let's go. Abigail. Hello, Abigail. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
What is something that you feel like is escalating beyond control trend-wise?
So I'm a student teacher, and the kids will not stop mewing at me.
Kneeling?
Mewing. MEW.
Like, right, meow?
You mean meowing?
Like MEWING, mewing.
Mewing.
Yeah, I don't know the difference between meowing and mewing is.
What is mewing? What is
Meowing
that?
is for
Demonstrate.
cats.
Can you demonstrate?
So mewing is this thing that teens are doing where they put their tongue on the roof of their mouth, and it basically tightens your jawline. But they have this hand symbol where they'll do this hand thing, and it's to remind other people that they are mewing or that I can't talk to you right now because I'm mewing.
Oh my God.
What?
Trying to tighten your jaw.
What? So
Wait,
they
how old
won't
are
talk?
these kids? Are these high school kids?
I am between a middle school and high school, and they are both constantly doing it at me.
So you're a
That
teacher,
is
and it's
wild.
called mewing. I'm learning
It's
something new
purported
today.
to make their jaw more
Mewing.
square.
So they will not talk because they're doing some kind of a tongue exercise to strengthen their jaw or make their jaw
Must have
look
been a TikTok
square.
video.
It reduces mouth breathing.
Oh my
That
gosh!
is hilarious.
So if you're doing a lesson then
And it can treat
Abigail.
speech disorders.
and you call on somebody, they will make the hand motion. I can't talk right now because I'm mewing, and it's called mewing.
That has happened once, yes. I'm actually a band teacher, so they have to play instruments.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
they do it?
Sorry, I'm working on my face right now. Like, I can't play an instrument.
So here's
And
the
why is it
history
called
on it.
mewing?
It was named after John and Mike Mew, controversial British orthodontist who created the technique as part of a practice they call orthotropics. So it's a form of oral posture where you can actually
Oral posture.
So because you teach music, Abigail, is this something music related, or do all teenagers do this in all classes?
No,
I can
this
see
is
how many
all teenagers.
It's
It's,
like
all over
everybody.
TikTok.
Mewing,
I'm going to ask my kid about this.
mewing.
you have
Mewing.
to.
Totally. Because
Or if they ask you a question, Eric, be like, I'm
can't
mewing
talk
Oh,
right
yeah, I'm
now.
going to do that to them
Like, they
tonight.
can't talk and do like
Can't
the
talk.
signal.
I'm mewing.
yeah, other teachers, Abigail, are texting. They have fifth graders doing this.
Oh my God.
yeah.
You're so obsessed
in
with
the
appearances.
world?
Oh my God. It's
Well,
getting.
Now it's more than ever.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's out of
With
control.
social media, TikTok, and
I am shocked. I have not seen this on my
Wow,
Instagram.
Abigail. Thanks for opening our eyes to that, Abigail.
Yeah, thanks, Abigail.
that's you're old now, Sam.
I know. I feel so
Take
old
care.
right now.
Yeah.
You didn't know what
that
mewing was,
was.
Sam.
Man,
Is that
guys.
mewing? Mewing? Yeah.
Mewing.
I have a kid. Is
Someone
that
that-
get like
Someone had
ancient?
text about tipping culture.
Oh, yes. That's
That's kinda out of
another
control.
one.
Yeah.
Yes, a trend or a behavior that's escalating on control is 100% the tip because you feel bad, but at the same time, you're like, wait a second, what am I doing here?
I went to a place called Dirty Dough to get cookies, chocolate chip cookies, but they're like really doughy in the middle. And like I ordered
Interesting name to
6
use.
of them. Yeah, Dirty Dough.
Usually you don't want the word dirty,
Yeah.
anything close to food related.
This one was over by that Stella Link and across from that Whole Foods over there, Bel Air,
Okay.
Holcomb.
It's a cookie shop.
And I got 6 of them, and then it's like, turn it around. You want to tip them? I'm like,
I know.
You didn't do
but I
anything.
mean, I guess he's putting them in the box.
It's
So I gave like $2 tip. I'm
It's
like,
ridiculous.
out of guilt, you feel so guilty. I'm like, what, think
It
about how
is out
much
of
guilt
control.
tip, how many guilt tips you've done over the last year.
And how
Probably
does
at least
that-
$150?
How does that get to who?
Yeah, does he get it? Does it go
I
to
mean,
the
is it like
owner?
a common pot? I assume it's a common pot.
I
at
would
the end
think
of the
at the
day,
end
they
of the
split it
day.
up.
Okay, so
But weirdo.
people
Consider the
sometimes
computer.
cross shifts too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So like, how's that
So,
work? It seems
I should probably ask that question because I'm bold like that. Next
Yeah.
time I go to like a crumble cookie place or something where they have that,
You
'cause I
get
can see
this?
they do the work.
But I
I'll
think
ask
we've
them,
been-
you get this.
Hey, I'm just curious. How do you guys split your tips up if your shifts overlap?
Are they punching in like their number whenever they, all right,
Oh,
really,
like
you
if
have
you're
this?
in charge of the register.
My
that's
number
your-
is
yeah.
4635.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do they
Yeah.
type that in and then you do it? I
Or
don't know.
37530 if you're working in a place like that where
Right.
the iPad flips around and you're supposed to tip. Or, I like the way they say, just make a selection and give me your signature.
There's gonna be
Make
like
a selection,
4
'cause it's a tip.
questions. Once you turn it around, it's like 4 questions,
selection?
and then you can just like.
How about yesterday? I'm at the rodeo.
That was.
I have
for
one
us.
finger on my hand. There's your selection.
Yesterday I'm at the rodeo and my niece really wanted to get there's a stand. Now it's different than the other ones, rodeo goers, in case you want to try and find this. It's called Cup of Corn, but they're not all the same.
Uh-oh.
There's one in Energy Center where they give you a cup of corn and on the side they put butter in that corn. On the side they have Tony Sacheries that you can sprinkle in
I love
there
that stuff.
or Parmesan cheese or whatever. in the carnival area, there's a corn place, but that's a different corn place. That's $10. Because I remember I said, how much is it? It goes, just $10. Is it real fast like that?
Just.
Like carnival guy would.
It's corn.
And then you flip that thing around.
Corn.
What kind of tip am I going to get?
No
for
way.
ladling the corn up in the cup for $10. Y'all,
Well, those guys
a
are
steam fresh
standing
bag
over.
of corn at the grocery store is legit like $1.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would
And
sell
it's
13
$10 for that.
For $2, I would sell 13 a baker's dozen of corn
Yeah.
that I picked an hour earlier.
And I get that we're at the
sold it.
carnival, and
At
I
the
get
carnival,
you're
they're
going to get
standing over those
gouged.
hot flames, roasting the corn. I can see where they deserve
This
a
guy
tip.
didn't have that. That wasn't that good.
Oh, okay. What I
This
don't
guy did not do
understand
that.
is now at a lot of the airports, at the self-checkout, they actually have an option for you to tip. I'm like, well, I'm tipping me? Like, why would I tip?
I guess
You
for
didn't do
the-
anything.
Yeah.
For the,
I did it.
For them being there, the convenience of them being there.
Somebody just opened their
There
eyes.
wasn't
Like,
anybody there.
our texters are also just realizing like we are like a slow ripple wave. Oh my God, my 11-year-old does that mewing thing, and now I get to tell him how basic he is.
Yeah.
The mewing,
There's
not
that.
meowing.
There's the answer.
It's mewing. Okay, the answer is the total tips for the day. They divide that by the hours worked for the day. That gets you the tip rate per hour. Then they split it accordingly.
Okay, that makes sense.
I just don't want them to spit in my food or do anything bad.
See, that's why we
But
do it.
you've already gotten it.
Because if it's a place you go to
I don't
over and
know.
over again,
Oh, no.
you,
You
don't
can
want to
see
be
the
known as
counter.
the
Can't you
cheapskate.
see them?
No,
Like
you
Firehouse?
pay in advance.
Yeah, you pay in advance.
And then you know
Oh,
what
I was thinking
mean?
like at the cookie place. You see them put them in the box?
Well, they're doing it while I'm there. I mean, that could. I could
But they
probably
don't
get
know.
away.
That doesn't connect fast
And
enough.
I could watch them there. They're not
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
They're not going to do that. But you're right though. Like a Firehouse sub or just a sub place or something. You pay and then you wait there. Hey
Yeah.
Bob,
Yeah.
he didn't give a tip. Oh, really? You get less tomatoes.
Wet sandwich.
That's it. They have to spit, but they would maybe give you less.
Less
things-
pickles.
Like
Yeah.
if you ask for
Yeah.
extra lettuce, he just puts a couple little shreds.
Because you got to realize, when they have those little vats for each condiment, or like, here's the pickles, here's the lettuce, use that one that's down to the bare minimum.
Or this person says they don't want to tip before the work is done.
KRBE's Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in
I don't know. It can be good service. If
Tip
I
you at
tip
the end.
before the service was done.
Yeah, like at a restaurant, you tip at the end.
At
of
the
it.
end.
Let me see how good this is, and then I'll tip you. All right, Texas voters head to the polls today to cast ballots in several important primaries that will shape national, state, and local politics. The biggest day of the year's primary campaign is here as 15 states, along with American Samoa, vote in contest. Today is known as Super Tuesday. Houston ISD has hired at least 830 uncertified teachers to fill vacant roles since we've been taken over by the state. So teachers in Texas normally must have a bachelor's degree, complete an educator preparation program, pass the appropriate teacher certification exam, and submit an application to the state. However, now a certification waiver allows districts to hire applicants to teach even if they don't have certification, any teaching experience, or an education degree.
So I'm trying to make myself feel
How's this
better
better?
by asking on text at 37530. Before the controversy with the takeover of HISD, was this ever happening in other ISDs or even HISD? Is this something that we just didn't know about because there's so much heat about what's happening with HISD
Yeah,
that
they
this
put a
is more like
microscope.
830 uncertified? I'm just trying to make myself feel
because
better.
they quit because they didn't handle the way the
No, but I'm
state was
asking,
running
had that
things.
ever happened before, but just nobody talked about it because it wasn't a hot topic?
It's like remember like a year or two ago, every week a train derailed, and that was the whole thing. The cycle was. Now we don't hear anything about train
derailments. You're right. It was
Like whenever the media focuses on one thing, then they find more and more, and then they harp on that for a long time.
Yeah, so that's why I wonder. Maybe somebody who
I don't think
works
it's
in
ever
school
this big.
districts can text us at 37530 over the years before this HIC takeover. Has there been a case where a person was teaching that was not certified, or were they really strict and by the book?
That's a
And
lot
now
of people.
this is
That's
really
a lot of
bad.
people. They said it's about 4% of
Yeah, that's
teachers
a lot of
now
people.
are not really teachers. And, okay, do any of you guys shop at Trader Joe's?
Yep.
Yeah.
Some
So
do.
more than 61,000 pounds of steamed chicken soup dumplings sold at Trader Joe's are being recalled for containing possibly hard plastic.
My sister and I saw this yesterday. She goes, well, what are they going to do now? I already ate them. She's like, they're already in my stomach.
It's the 6-ounce Trader Joe's steamed chicken soup dumplings under recall produced December 7th, 2023.
Yeah. Okay.
What was that movie? Did you ever see
I
that
feel like
movie?
everyone looks at me when I go in there,
Why?
like they feel like they're better than me.
Man, you should
No.
think about what a lot of other people
You've
are
got an
doing to you.
inferiority
Trader
complex.
Joe's, those people.
Yeah, they probably are looking at you saying that's the guy that
I
said
don't
Tennessee
care.
whiskey sucks.
I like the
Well,
food.
Tennessee-
He's a snob.
Yeah, the song's great.
They're not
Whiskey,
going to
not
say
so much.
Scottish whiskey in the song. It's not called Scottish whiskey.
Kentucky whiskey.
It's called Tennessee
Kentucky
whiskey.
bourbon. Anything.
Tennessee whiskey is the right amount of syllables for the song, Eric. It cannot be Kentucky bourbon.
Actually, I think it could be. That's enough syllables.
Kentucky bourbon.
The sound is good. Like
Tennessee whiskey, Kentucky bourbon. Yeah,
It's what's going to rhyme it with?
But JT's from Tennessee, right?
Yes.
That's why he made him play it.
What
The
wouldn't
song
work
was
would be
called Tennessee whiskey.
Scotch.
Scotch from Scotland. Here's
Japanese
some-
whiskey. That's really. That'd be
Here's
good.
Japanese whiskey. Oh, really?
That doesn't really fit the narrative of
America.
Chris Staples. Yeah,
Oh my
America.
gosh.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
that would fit. You're right.
Whiskey's from Tennessee. That's how we like it. Jack Daniels.
Oh.
I like the honey one. I know you're going to shame me. I don't care.
Vodka.
That means more for me, Eric.
So basic.
I don't care. I can be basic as long as I
Basic
want. As long as
boozy.
I'm
I
happy.
would rather
I
be
don't care.
basic, boozy, and happy than pretentious and whatever.
Ruined by something that's not.
Good one.
I don't know where I'm going with this.
Let's move along, shall we?
Yeah,
Somebody, please.
Okay, boot bragger.
Luke hates it.
I'm just saying,
What is
man.
that Amazon trash you have on your boots?
They are very classy.
Cowboy boots.
Okay.
Buy a good pair; they last forever, and you spend less money in the long
One day we
run.
need to do that. We go around the room. What is that one thing you're
Bougie about?
bougie about? Like
bougie
for me, it's
about.
like bourbons,
Yeah.
whiskeys. Ryan's boots.
I'm bougie about
I don't
stuff.
think it's bougie. I mean, I think it's
No,
just-
you're pretty bougie
you
about
get
them.
what you pay for.
Yeah, but you look down on people that have
I
boots.
don't look down on
Yeah,
people.
'cause my
However, I
cool
mean, I've seen
Amazon
so many of
white
those white boots now.
Yeah, because they're classic.
Yeah.
Guys.
With a K.
I'm
Coming up next.
classy.
Revenge.
Kmart.
Someone's gotten revenge. We're going to find out what it's all about next on the Roula and Ryan Show.